Hey man, Chicago Bears fumbled the bag, man. I can put my feelings into this, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm very disappointed with how the organization has handled Justin Fields, man. That man done went through it all. He done had class. He done he done sit here and he done took all the losses on the chin when they would just strip the whole damn roster down and then they gave Khalil Mack away. Then they gave every Robert Quinn every piece that made the Chicago Bears potentially, that was potentially successful to get to the playoffs. Justin Fields had to suffer through all that. He had to scramble his way with no offense. He ain't had no offensive line. He ain't had no weapons to throw to. The defense was horrible. Hence 3-14 and then 7-10. So when 7-10 is how we was able to become what we become a 7-10 team because he had one receiver to depend on and a subpar offensive line. The offensive line was still ass too, but they was decent a little bit. You see what I mean? So where we had Luke Stream Bean Getson, that's Bears football for you, right? But of course, it would be disrespectful to keep Justin Fields as well. But we gave Justin Fields away for a damn 20-25 6th round. Stipulations is if he had more than 51% playing time, he can upgrade to a 4. What the fuck is that? Like, that's what we give him. We're gonna let the media. We're just gonna blame Justin Fields for everything. All these coaches get passes. All these horrible coaches. All this horrible organization from the upper management all the way down to the coaching staff. Lamed up coaches, one after another, right? One after another. But Ryan Poles is doing it his way, so I respect him at that, to that degree as well. Justin, I'm sorry, bro. Let me apologize to you first because they don't know what the hell they doing when it came to handling. Can you imagine Justin Fields in the backfield with DeAndre Swift? But again, we cannot ignore what Justin Fields is incapable of as well. He holds the ball too long. He can't process information quickly enough. He didn't have a he. One thing I think all offensive lines need every offensive line is dependent upon a center. A center is always supposed to be able to make the checks and the calls to help out a developing quarterback in a new offensive system. Come on, y'all. Second year in a Luke Gesson system, even in the first year, everybody was wondering like why he don't call these same type of RPO calls. Why he not calling RPOs for Justin Fields? That's what make him comfortable. RPO so he can make the defense freeze and look over the top. This kid can throw 70 yards downfield. He still can throw 70 yards downfield, and he can run 23 miles per hour in open field. Just an absolute stud, man, and have all the physical components. Yes, but we gonna see with this unproven kid who's done, if you ask me, showed a lot of what we call diva qualities. I don't like to use that term diva. Everybody like to abuse the term diva, right? But when Justin Fields was taking this on the chin, right, we couldn't wait to scapegoat Justin Fields. This is what pisses me off. Everybody in national media has scapegoat Justin Fields. Let me tell you why. Because they're sabotaging the Chicago Bears organization because they don't want to give us more equity for the quarterback that could be great. But look how excited everyone is once Justin Fields is out of there, and they can say, look at the potential that Justin Fields can be and what he is, and his ceiling is high. That's the same thing for a lot of these Caucasian quarterbacks that didn't produce. But they still gave them the benefit of a doubt. Oh, look at what's his name? Baker Mayfield. He done with the 3 different teams, and he was asked to 2 different teams with all the weapons he had around him. But nobody is yet saying, he's ass or he's horrible, he's not good. Everybody bailed out Baker Mayfield. That's just a perfect example. That's just one example. Everybody's starting to see that Justin Herbert hasn't been producing with all the weapons around him. Why ain't nobody saying he has? But because he can process the information a little quicker, but he don't have the physical attributes when the play breaks down. So does that mean he's a horrible quarterback? This man got a hellified offensive line. No one can do anything without weapons around them in the offensive line, and yet we don't see that. On top of a offensive coordinator that has never been around the league, that have never really dealt with anything. Luke Gesson has not done anything. Aaron Rodgers has bailed this man out for years. But one thing I would not overlook is Luke Gesson do know how to call certain plays at times too. Maybe with the type of quarterback that can throw the ball on time like Tyson Bagent. Tyson Bagent was throwing the ball on time and the offense is kind of clicking a little bit. But that's just throwing darts and paper cuts all day. But that's what Tom Brady did to succeed as well. Not everybody is the same type of quarterback. You have to play conducive to the quarterback that's on your team. And that is what the organization has not done for Chicago Bears. But what we haven't had is the right upper management. Now we have the right management. We got some real Some real ones up in the from top to bottom. They got the right type of offensive management. They got the subpar but decent defensive calling management. So it ain't really no excuse. So now they got of course, it's all the business. They getting a rookie. They getting a rookie on a rookie contract deal. So I can see why they did what they did. But it's like, why won't you pay the guy that suffered with you? Everybody can't wait to go with the shiny new toy. But as soon as it's unproven, right? As soon as it's unproven, what are we gonna say then? Justin Fields proven himself in national championships that when he had what he had, he could produce. Caleb has yet to do that. Just because he can throw, everybody look at stats and think they can translate over to the NFL. And how far has that gotten us with first round picks? Oh, this guy's a generational champion. They say this every year. How far has that gotten you? How many number one picks that everybody thought was a generational talent has been a fucking bust? Why? Because it all depends on the situation that you go to as a number one pick, as a first round talent, as a generational talent. It depends on where you go. And a lot of times these generational talents, it don't translate over because of the fact that they now in the more conducive circumstance because they say, do my way the highway, not what got you here for me to bring you into this team. That's a lot of the times why a lot of people don't succeed. If I'm good at cooking and you tell me to, hey, I'm going to bring you in to do construction, I'm going to look horrible because I'm not good at construction. I'm good at cooking. You see that's just one example of what they try to do. Hey, do my system. Be the prototypical quarterback. Hey, 1, 2, 3 step, throw the ball. Yes, train on that for about it takes about 2 years. It may take sooner if you have the right people around you. But one thing I can say is that the Chicago Bears is definitely they have made the difficult decisions. Ron Paul has made every difficult decision with the Chicago Bears, and it has translated over, so I got to continue to trust him. That's one thing I can say about Ron Paul. He just gotten all Ryan Pace's guys up out of here except for Jalen Johnson. Everything that wasn't what Ryan Poles chose, right? Anything that was outside of Ryan Poles' chosen people hasn't translated. So that's one thing I can say. It has translated over when Ryan Poles chose his guys. So far, so good. So I have to give credit where credit is due. But this video is conducive. Is all about Justin Fields. I am in shock. I was asleep, y'all. I was asleep when I seen this. We just signed an edge rusher. What's his name? Let me see what this guy edge rusher. Excuse me, y'all, because this Jacob Martin is a edge rusher, but that's not. I don't think that's gonna. What is it? Jake Martin, yeah, from the Texans. We just signed him to a 1-year deal. I don't think that's going to solve the issue for the Chicago Bears defense that beat the play opposite of Montez Sweat. But he's definitely he seems like a depth. The film doesn't lie. He got some good film on him too, though. So that may translate over. Justin, man, I hope you get the star position you deserve, man, because this media has really sabotaged the fact that you are a starting quarterback. That's what I'm upset about. What needs to happen is everybody needs to be fired. Anybody that's in today's media, that's exactly what it is. They fired. They need to hang it up, bro. So with that said, man, God, I can't explain it. I can't explain this. I need it. I need help right now. So I can't lie right now. I'm really mad right now. I'm really mad. I can't even lie. I'm mad as hell right now. I'm mad for Justin Fields because I can't lie like this don't bother me. I can't act like it don't, because this guy has represented class through all these horrible decisions that took away from everything that Justin Fields could have needed to succeed was taken from him. He had to settle for less. And now that everything that translate over for the benefit of our team, you notice that these losses end up benefiting us. The losses end up us losing is why where we are. But we wouldn't even be in this position without giving credit to Lovie Smith. First and foremost, I can't lie right now. Let's give respect to Lovie Smith. Can we give a round of applause to Lovie Smith? Let's give respect to Lovie Smith first. Because Lovie Smith is the reason why we got DJ Moore. That ain't got that first round pick. That's the reason why we in this position right now. So if it wasn't even for a previous Bear owner at the Texans,
we wouldn't even be in this position. We wouldn't have been 7-10 for Justin Fields to look good. It would have it would have been solely on Ryan Poles to try to scramble with what he had to try to make use of what he had. But no, it was with Lovie Smith first. He gave us the ticket to us where we are right now, and the media is trying to sabotage the equity that Justin Fields could definitely represent. I feel like he's supposed to get a second round at least. Top second round. This guy's an 11 pick in the draft. It is translated. I think when he been to 2 championships or 1 championship, he beat Clemson. Everybody was dick riding Lawrence Taylor, whatever. It's not Lawrence Taylor. Lord forgive me. What is that kid for the Jaguars? Y'all know who the hell I'm talking about. What's his name? Trevor Lawrence. That's his name. Trevor Lawrence. What happened to him? Has that translated? Why ain't nobody talking about Trevor Lawrence? They just drafted Matt Jones. He a number 1 draft pick. Why is it 2 number 1s on the same team? Why ain't nobody talking about that? I have yet to hear about that yet. Why is Matt Jones traded to the Jaguars? Justin Fields beat Trevor Lawrence. Everybody was glazing Trevor Lawrence. And he got an arm on him. He can process information. He can see over the defense. I can admit that. He has talent. He has very good upside. But when it comes down to when it get to the nitty gritty and that pressure coming and his receivers can't get open, what do he do then? Can he scramble for it? Not really. He has the potential to. But ain't nobody talk about that. I think Trevor Lawrence should get the same amount of criticism that Justin Fields get. But ain't nobody going to do that. Because we know who run the network media. We know who run the networks when it comes to the media, who always recycle the same damn narrative. And that's what I'm pissed off about. Justin Fields, you will get your justice. Hopefully. And listen, man, out of all these times I've been speaking on your name and been defending it behind closed doors, man, and in front of my own partners and people all these fans have been saying we're going to keep it. I even said we should keep him and trade back. I'm eating my words right now, so I got to stand on that. Everything has translated over. So with that said, man, hopefully things go well for you, man. Yeah, this is different. So bear down, man. Fletcher Holler, we gone.